Brothers and sisters, my generals, sorry for the long intro. Just, got lost in a little meditation, Can never go in, just jump into things. We meditate about it. And I'm sure it's a lot of us like-minded, real like-minded, to the pit of our souls. That's what we do, But even if we just jump off a righteous impulse, sometimes that natural righteous spirit will still lead the way, when you in tune with it, and you're not playing no games. Because it all, as I said before, many of us will say, is that it gets real at some point in our lives, And I give honors to our ancestors, those who fought hard to get many of us in the place and the state that we are in. Be thankful if you're in a success state of mind. Like I said, the generals that fought hard through tooth and nail with the least amount of tools before all this technology shit. I will always thank thy ancestors. Thank you. And place that gold over our families. May all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And anyone we held dear that may have transitioned, especially if they were righteous, within our families, outside our families, may they rest in peace and in power. And excuse me, moving this mic. All right. Yep. Another day of and I thank those that's been riding along with the brother. Like I always say, you're a leader, you a teacher. Keep that in your spirit, and always keep a student spirit, because that keep us learning. Current subscribers, new subscribers. Thank you. And this is another edition of EBX discussion and another volunteering in schools, and this will be part 6 and volunteering in schools. And we're going to get into it, brothers and sisters. And a salute to the reachers and teachers that's putting that work in out there. You know who you are. Stay with it. That great divine got those who are righteous. And you already know how we know that. Introspection, brothers and sisters. Because when we are finally there, and when I say there, I mean success state of mind, a success status of mind. When we are there, we don't want the trinkets and the rubies and the gold, as a lot of us talk about out here. And we see through the smoke screen, man, that's when we are truly there. That's when we will see the real things of life, not this fake false sense of reality out here. Real talk. Because I'm saying, like I say, what we do, it is very, very important. Excuse me. It's very, very important what we do in the present. Need I go any further? Just keep living. You'll see. Listen to that teacher. That is what? Life. And we're gonna get into it today and talk about some things. And I got some special things that I want to talk about. And we're gonna get into it. Divine doors begin to open when we receive, when we finally receive, because receiving is a process for some of us, a lot of us. Well, actually all of us. It's a process. It's just that when those do receive, some get there faster than others, But if you got a righteous, determined, divine heart in your mind, body, and soul, you'll get there, because with divine knowledge and divine spiritual connection comes confidence. And again, like I say, introspection. So great things will come. So you just do what we do and let that great divine, let that great higher force, Mother Nature, do what they do, and we just continue lifting, teaching, righteously impacting our circle, the world, wherever we are, because that energy will get out there eventually, is which we'll all kind of get into. And there's no such thing as coincidences, not when it comes to that higher force. Everything is in order. And when it comes to the higher creator, Mother Nature, everything is in a certain order. But you won't know that if you're not in tune with oneself. And this is not no cosmic talk. Keep living, keep studying and researching things and sift through all the bullshit out here. You'll see clearly, you have to put yourself in that space, this brother, sister, young, old, you have to put yourself in that space that to be able to want to explore and learn new things and not get caught up in small-minded thinking, If you want to see this world in a broader state and be able to see over the horizon, you have to take yourself over the horizon, because you can't see shit under the horizon, down low, right? You can see, man, like an eagle up in the sky, you know. Picture yourself as seeing everything, you know. You can zero in on things. When you tune in with oneself, you can be that powerful. And we have had many examples before us, brother or sister, you know, that spoke out to the world. Some during social media days, technology, and some before, you know. Some that left an impact before this shit even came along. Spirit is still alive today. That's some powerful shit to me. And I'm going to talk about brothers and sisters that are powerful, some that help me, you know, as I talk. But I want to talk about volunteering today. You know, today is day 6. Let me see. Yeah, today is day 6. So this will be part 6 because I think I did part 5. Yeah, this will be part 6. So, yeah, this will be day 6. And no, actually, this is day 5. And because I remember I skipped the podcast I didn't do. So this will be day 5, but this is part 6 of the podcast because I missed a week. And it's been going well, you know, getting a really good connection with the faculty. There are some Caucasian faculty. It's some black too, a lot of black. It's like, it's kind of equal, you know. And I saw a black father today. And excuse me if I'm saying black. Some people feel some kind of way about that word, but to me, it sounds powerful. I like saying black. I'm not gonna back away from it. I know what you know, different ideologies about that word and what it means, but it depends on the individual that's using the word. We need to stop getting wrapped up in words and language and all this, because you have to remember, folks, as African brothers and sisters, we had our own language. It was a time where those on the outside of melanation didn't know what the hell we were talking about. We had our own language at one time. So stop the shit with the language. You know, it depends. It's all about the heart. Now, again, many of us use this vehicle. It's not the vehicle. It's the individual that's driving the vehicle, brother or sister. So stop getting wrapped up in these dumbass debates and stick to the mission. So I'm not trying to come off like I'm this tough brother, but like I said, it comes a point in our times where we got to get real. So, but I just wanted to throw that out there. But I want to get back to volunteering. And like I said, it was a black father I saw today. And it was nice to see that, you know. I mean, any volunteer, especially if it's coming from a good heart, you know, we got to get in there and watch these kids and communicate with them, you know. Even though I just have a desk and I just monitor the hallway, still, I'm there. My energy is there. Kids see me. That's still a plus. You know, and again, it shouldn't be a bunch of kids in the hallway running around. That's a good thing. That's why I'm there, and other volunteers. So it's been pretty good. It was one straggler today, a young sister, and I actually, you're supposed to be in class, right? You know, and it's beautiful because the children see the respect and they show that respect. And I tried to monitor her. I think she went on to class, but it hasn't been bad. But And the children speak, you know, and they say, hi, Ethan's dad. That's my son's name. And, you know, and I see my son every time I go. And this is every Thursday. Eventually I'll pick up another day, but right now it's every Thursday. And, you know, it's just the energy of being there. And that could be a mother or a father, you know. The energy of me being there does something to those young brothers and young sisters. Real talk, and I see it, you know. I'm telling you, when you take energy serious and studying human behavior, when you see it in action, see it in motion, when you start seeing the results, it's amazing, brother, sister. Real talk, it is amazing. You know, when you finally open up those divine doors, man, divine doors will begin to open when we receive. Emphasis on when we receive. It's all about us receiving. Not getting caught up in no toxic shit. I mean, it's simple, but some people try to override that higher force, Mother Nature, person, place, or thing. You know, most of the time it's thing attached to the person a lot of times. Because especially in these times, a lot of people have entities they are connected to, influencing them via TV, via the world, via social media. You know, the usual shit that we all talk about, you know. But a lot of us are aware of it and we know what it is, you know. So that brings me back to volunteering. You know, that's why we got to get in there and communicate with our children, you know, and really see what's going on with them and other children that are around them. Because as we all know, and I said once before, the biggest influence in our children's lives, besides social media and TV and this other shit out here in this world, is their peers, because you don't know what they're being influenced by and what they're carrying inside of them. And this is young brother or young sister. So that's why it's good to volunteer, because you never know what you're going to learn. That's the great thing about being on a divine journey. You never know what that great divine will drop in us or lead us to. Because when we start with this walk with the right heart, with good intent, we're not looking for nothing. You don't think that higher force is just going to bless us in abundance with so much knowledge. And I know this to be facts. I know it sounds biblical, and I've experienced this, and I'm sure others have experienced this. That higher force would never give us nothing that force don't think we can handle. It knows we are strong. It knows our weaknesses. That higher force, Mother Nature, great divine, knows us better than we know ourselves. So when we feel that divine moving through us and it feels righteous, just move with it. Like I said, even sometimes when it seems like we might not understand, but we'll know what's right. How? Because we'll feel it in our gut. And I have a page here. I read a page every Thursday out of my book. I call it a book. As I say, it's just a notepad. But I'm up to page 24. Last Thursday, of course, I read 23. And it's called Unlocking the Vault. Maybe someday I'll publish it. I don't know. I'm just going where that divine spirit takes me. As a brother and sister, cherish your gifts. If you got good gifts, you got a good mindset, and you seeing good things coming, and you are doing good things, pat yourself on the back, brother or sister, young or old. Thank yourself, man, for that you're not caught up in some of the things that we see out here, that individuals, whether brother or sister, whether it's media, TV, government. Thank God, if you are able to be unbothered by bullshit around you. Thank yourself. Pat yourself on the back, because it's a rarity. It's like gold. Real talk. Having a like mind, being strong deep within, is better than sex, better than money, because it'll make those things that much more appreciative and that much more better when we do get it. So that's why we be righteous. It's not corny. It's a way of life. It's how we perceive righteousness and how we think about it. Because those people who say righteousness is corny and being positive, they just want an excuse to do toxic shit. That's why would anyone even say something like that? Positivity is more than just being positive or saying positive. No, positivity is good for the body. Look it up. It helps strengthen the immune system. So like I say, look it up. That's facts. So it's more than just saying it. And when you're being positive, it helps the mind to create solutions for things, and being able to step back from things and not get caught up or caught off guard. That's why we be positive. There's many elements that goes in to being positive. It goes deep. So those that think it's corny or whatever, you're not going deep enough within yourself to see the real reason why we should carry positive energy. Because it's an energy thing. It's something that flows all through our body, not just us speaking positive. That's just, as KRS-One said on a little clip that I had showed, that's just the shell. That's the outer. It's the inner we need to be focusing on, and what will come, So that's why I would be positive. I just thought I'd touch on that, because you got individuals out there that think it's corny and shit. And, I'm saying, people, like I say, just my opinion. People who say righteousness is corny, they just want an excuse to do what the fuck they want. So go ahead and do what the fuck you want, go against that divine order and see what happened to you. Let me know how that work out. So, but back to volunteering, it's been great. And as you see on my banner here, it's not my son's classroom. It's actually the classroom next to his. And my son's classroom had the door shut, so I didn't want to disturb him. But I seen my son today. I always see him when I go there. Just wanted to take a picture of it, put it on the banner. And it's beautiful, man, when we just do something out of love and do it for that higher force and help to add to the culture and or humanity. It's a beautiful thing. And that's the best payment in the world, the best fulfillment, when you're doing your part to add to the culture, as like I said, humanity. But and I still got some special things that I want to talk about before I salute you brothers and sisters off. And but I want to read a page from my book, because I said I'm gonna read a book every Thursday. And as I always say, thank those that's been listening, the reachers and teachers I have learned from. Salute, keep doing what you do. And those who stop in for a minute, or for a few seconds, or the whole thing, if I appreciate any time that you listen to a brother speak, because there are many great brothers and sisters out here. Salute. So I want to read this page of Unlocking the Vault. Remember, this is page 24. So here we go. We have to get rest, mind, body, and soul, in order to get downloads from that higher force, God, or that divine. There's many names on it, but there is only one God, the real God. This false shit. I always say that. Okay. God or divine. When our mind is at ease, that's something, a podcast I made about putting our mind at ease, and or meditation. Okay. When our mind is at ease, then we can create, manifest solutions, results, and or gifts, or crafts, or etc. Whatever we have inside of us that's righteous, we can manifest it. When we take the time to ease our mind and peel off all the shit we don't need. We have to study hard on that psyche. I'm telling you, about, as I said, if you can control what comes into your psyche, you can be a fucking superhero. I'm not playing. I'm serious. But it takes work. It's not easy. It takes work. You have to do things to keep good things coming into our psyche so we can manifest great things, because that's facts. We always hear all the time, what we put out is what. So I don't even got to finish it. We should know this by now. So I'm going to keep going. There's no limit to what a divine brother and sister can do. Our divine powers to us is our divine powers to us is ordinary, but to others is weird, because they haven't reached divine status. When we reach the divine status, we have graduated. But always be ready for toxic person, place, or thing. Unfortunately, our righteous magnetism scares those who are fake within. I'm going to read that again. But always be ready for toxic person, place, or thing. Unfortunately, our righteous magnetism, that's powerful. And we are that powerful. And a lot of us know this. Scares those who are fake within. So just be real. Don't blame your feelings on somebody that's, whether it's a brother or a sister that's speaking, that's in the world or online. Don't blame how you feel on them. If you have some kind of feeling, deal with that shit, so you can get the fuck up out of you and get to the root of the cause and keep moving on this mission. Real talk. So give no response, only action, depending on what situation we in. That's just kind of a hypothetical thing. Give no response, only action if necessary. Tame our ego and the flesh at all costs. Please, I added that, because we have a greater, bigger mission, and we all have different missions in our lives. So we have to stick to what's important in our lives. No one's better, just different. I haven't said that in a while. Remember, we have a greater, bigger mission, so no stupid ass, if it's not beneficial, no dumbass debates. If it's not beneficial, it's not to work out something, to make something better. Stay away from toxic debates. Real talk. Because I see them all over on YouTube sometimes. It's ridiculous, If it's not for a right cause or a benefit, or to figure out something or come up with a solution or something. Because what's something that I always say, and you hear many of us say, be the solution and not the fucking problem. Real talk. Sometimes, like I always say, the great divine tells me to shut up, tells me to speak. A lot of us need, some of us, not all of us, some of us need to get that in our spirit sometimes. Know when to just shut up and listen to that higher force, But again, what I say in my title, divine doors will begin to open when we finally receive it. When we finally receive. Real talk. And those of us that have been reaching and teaching, been on this walk for a while, even those that may be young, brother or sister, they know what I'm talking about. So that was just a little page from my book, and a few things I want to talk about. And something else I wanted to bring up, and oh yeah, the energy. I wanted to talk about a little bit about energy, and like I said, volunteering. I'll keep those updated on the volunteering, as I said, every Thursday. Like I said, it's going well. It's beautiful. The faculty's great, and it's just nice. It's a wonderful feeling when you're giving back, and you're not taking. You get more payment if you give. Real talk. So those who taking, you just wasting your damn time, because what I always say, negativity can cost you. Positivity is free. So if you out here taking, and you have no accountability and you don't give a shit about yourself or life, you're going to end up paying more, double, triple, quadruple than you just did something for free. Real talk. So you learn them woulda, coulda, shouldas, and you're of age and you have sense, brother or sister, you should know better. So things happen, that's on you. Great Divine got a little surprise for you. But I'm going to get back to I want to talk about energy. And I talked about how we needed more of melanated brothers and sisters volunteering. Now, I don't know if a lot of people, listen. I probably have some people that listen to my podcast, but I want to talk about energy. Now, it was, like I said, Divine doesn't do coincidences. Now, I seen this black father today. Now, he might not even have heard my podcast, but you know what, brothers and sisters? I put that energy out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That spiritual, that divine spiritual world that we don't see, that the real God, tries to show us. We just have to receive it and see it, be in that space. So I put that energy out there. I'm telling you, the great divine is tricky. Great divine is pretty clever, and I think that energy went out, and it was when I seen him, so I just wanted to bring that up, that energy is real when we put it out, but we have to really come in tune with oneself and not be afraid of it, and know it for what it is. And that higher force, Mother Nature, will show us even more. Like I said, to us it'll seem ordinary, but to others it'll seem weird. But it's not weird. It's just something that we're not used to. We living in that time. It's just things that we just wasn't aware of at one time in his life. A lot of us that have reached a success state of mind, we don't know where this stuff comes from, but we know it's right in our gut. So that was one of them situations, and I just put that energy out there, and there'll probably be more, and I'll keep you posted on that. Watch how much you want to bet that there'll be more black volunteers. I guarantee it, because I put that energy out there. Because whatever we put forth for that great divine, anything that we do for that higher force, it's a promise. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Just keep walking on this righteous walk. You'll see. Many of us have experienced this. That's how we know. So that's just a little something I wanted to talk about. And I did have something special that I wanted to talk about. And my daughters, my spiritually adopted daughters, I always say spiritually adopted. I don't like to say step. But she gave me this book, and I got the book from her. My kids give me gifts and stuff all the time, and sometimes I give them stuff. But she gave me this book, and I hadn't read it, and I had took it and set it down. And I was going to work one day, and I just happened to look down at the book. And the name of the book is The Contender, and it's a book about a young boxer. And the author is, let me see if I can read his name. The author is Robert Lipsyte, if I said that right, Robert Lipsyte. And it's a paperback book called The Contender. And I was just getting ready to go to work, and I just happened to look at it. I was like, this is divine. See, that's what I'm saying. If you're in that space, you'll notice those little moments. I was like, this is that divine. And I opened it up, and it said, to Eric from Skylar. That's my daughter's name, and that's my name, Eric. And I was like, wow. I'm not even going to lie, brothers and sisters. I almost shed a tear. That's how overwhelming the moment was. And I got something special to tell you, something else I want to tell you. Now, I can't say I'm a boxer. I like boxing. Don't get me wrong. I don't not like it. I like boxing. I watch it because it's good, especially if you want to learn defense moves and stuff like that. So I like boxing, So, and it's a brother on the cover too, so that's what make it more interesting and intriguing. And I told my daughter, I'm going to read it, and I got something special. And I got this. I know this is divine, you know. And before I say what I'm gonna say, I just want to tell my viewers, anybody listen, that I am not a clout chaser. If you can see, look at my banners and just look down through my channel. It'll speak for itself. And I'm not saying nobody else is or nothing, because we got some righteous brothers and sisters out there now, because I'm connected to them. But, you know, I made a video one time about honor thy teacher and you honor yourself. I'm talking about a real teacher, a like-minded one that's real from to the pit of the soul. Not no preacher now. So we talking about teachers, because we need teachings out here. We know about how some of these preachers can be. But I'm not going to get into that. But if you honor thy teacher, and our teacher also was that great divine, you know, higher force, Mother Nature. That's our teacher first. Now, our brothers and sisters that's teaching, those that mean that are actually putting an impact in this culture. You know, even sometimes so much shit come at them, they can't see it. I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters that's out here like really putting in the work, you are making an impact, because I'm a product of it. So I got something special I want to talk about now. I normally don't mention names, but I felt these brothers needed some props, needed some acknowledgement, because there's so much shit going on out here and hating and all that shit. I think they need to be acknowledged. So I want to be one of those brothers that leave love in one's footprints and not hate or nothing, you know. So I'm going to mention these brothers. And the reason why I'm mentioning them, because I got this book and it's about boxing. And the first brother I'm going to mention is Professor Griff. Now, Professor Griff was one of the first brothers that I came across that started me on this walk. And I still listen to him every now and then, but like when he used to do when he used to do classes, when you actually like see him in the class and people in there and stuff, a lot of his lectures, I watched a lot of his old lectures, and I got papers written that I used to sit and watch Professor Griff like I was in class, real talk. Some of his old lectures, I got a lot of his stuff written down. So he was one of the first brothers that taught me to look in things and not at it. That's something I got from, well, many other things, but that's just the one thing that stands out. And I use that teaching from him in everything. And so salute to that brother. And the next brother is Brother Kwaku. Brother Kwaku told me, and I still watch his platform too. Man, very powerful brother. Very, very powerful brother. And he was another catalyst to help me in my walk. And one thing I took from him, and I like, again, there's many things that I have gotten from Kwaku, but the one main thing that stuck with me, that he said, keep doing what you're doing, brother. And that meant a lot to me. You know, it meant a lot. And the next brother, and you know, Kwaku, if you know him, if you meet him, you will see the brother's vibrating with power, real talk. So if you go, and same thing with Professor Griff, same thing, very powerful. So if you going up against them, be at your own risk. So, and the next brother, it would be Lance Scurv. And that's what brings me to this, because when I came across, I never met none of these brothers. They're all online. But when I got this book, and I know he loves boxing, and I was like, this is divine. This is divine. It's gotta be, you know, it's like, it's unexplainable. It's like, how could you not speak on this? So I just wanted to mention those brothers, and we all know how powerful Lance is. Brother Lance, powerful than a mug, and many others on his platform. And Brother Kwaku, that's how I came across Brother Kwaku on Lance Scurv's platform. And there are many others. I've heard everybody that he's had speak on his platform. Everything that they ever taught is still in my spirit. That's amazing. And I'm sure it's others that watch that platform, and probably Professor Griff too. You know, because most people, you know, amongst the toxic ones and the sneaky ones and all them, but the real ones that are on those platforms, I'm sure they are impacted by them also, because they are very powerful. Like I said, if you want to go against those three brothers, be at your own risk. So, and no, I haven't, you know, I comment on this platform sometimes, but I haven't in a while, but I still listen, you know. So, but I just wanted to bring those brothers up because they were very vital in my walk. And before I came to Brother Lance Scurv's platform, I had like 20 subscribers. So, and after him, look how many subscribers I got now. It's not a lot, but it's progress. So he helped, gave me a jump. He gave me a jump start, so to speak. So I just want to let those brothers know that they were very impactful in changing one's life and going in the right direction. And I'm also sharing that energy to my children, my family when I see them and I talk to them. Anybody I come in contact with, they're going to feel that realness from me. Because like I say, as we enjoy our life, and have fun, it gets real at some point. And I got a lot of realism from those brothers, as well as many brothers and sisters that I have listened to and learned from. And my family, my family too. We all have different things that we have gotten from different parts of our family if we just dive deep and look and study. So that was something special I said I had. And going back to the book, and this is actually, I thought about commenting on his video, and I was going to suggest a book to him called The Contender, because I know Lance loved boxing, so, and I just thought it was interesting that my daughter gave me this book, and I haven't read a book in a while, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to read the whole thing. And I was going to read it today, but I don't want to be on here too long. And but I'm going to read some pages from it. And like I said, I'll keep volunteering. I'll keep giving to the humanity and keep giving to this culture and keep being the realest brother I can possibly be. And why do I do that? So I can help you, those who listen, current subscribers, new subscribers, anyone that view, help us be the strongest generals we can possibly be. Because when divine doors begin to open, or divine doors will begin to open when we finally receive and let that righteous let that righteous just flow all through our body. So, and I'll keep everybody updated on the schools and stuff. And I'm gonna read this page before I salute you guys off. And unlocking the vote, remember, and I'll read a page every Thursday. And next Thursday I'll read a page from this book called Contender, and The Contender. And a salute to those brothers that I mentioned. And it was just in my spirit, and it's just divine wanted me to speak on it. I had to, like I said, you honor thy teacher, you honor yourself. The real like-minded teachers now, and our sisters too, because I listen to sisters also. Like I said, there are many great teachers on that platform, and I appreciate them all, real talk, because a little bit of all of them is in my spirit, even those in comments and chat rooms, because you got real ones in there too. And I'm talking about all three brothers, on their platforms. So salute, because it's so much hate in this fucking world, man, real talk. So I just want to be one of those brothers to salute you and thank you for impacting my life, because some people don't, some of the teachers and stuff out here, sometimes they don't know the impact that they're having. I'm talking about righteous impact that they're having on one's life and changing other lives. Because once you change one individual life and they feel it and they're changing, guess what? They're going to change everybody else that come around them. They just start glowing and vibrating. So salute to those brothers, and may that great divine bless them in their life and protect them as they go on their way in teaching and lifting others, like me. I'm a product of some real brothers and sisters out there. Salute, as well as my family, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins, friends I met along the way. Every part of our life plays a part in who we are. It just depends on what we're receiving. Because, again, when those divine doors, man, they begin to open when we finally receive. So that's just something I want to put out there. Like I say, I'll keep on volunteering, and I'll keep on working on communicating with our young brothers and sisters so they can be ready when they get to our space. I'm going to stay with it, because we got to go inside. Sometimes you got to go get on the inside. You can't be on the outside complaining and talking shit. We got to get in there. The great old Malcolm X said, and take action. So that's my thought. And I thank those that's been listening and listen to my music and podcasts. And, I'm just very grateful. Be thankful if you have a strong mind, body, and soul. Man, and you're righteous in everything you see, hear, and feel. So I honor my family. I honor your family. Reachers and teachers, salute, brother or sisters. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. Salute.